Actor Shia LaBeouf has been in Georgia to film a new movie, and he was recently arrested for public intoxication. Now, he's had a number of run-ins with law enforcement in the past, but this particular incident was caught on tape, and it looks really, really bad. Now, it all started when he went up to a group of police officers and asked them for a cigarette. At that point, he was obviously drunk. He was obviously acting a little crazy. And so cops felt like they needed to arrest him. And so as a result, there were two videos that were released. The first video was someone filming what was going on. The second video, which was released today, was from the police officer's body cam. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the first video so you kind of get a sense of why this stood out to me. Take a look.
No, we can't talk nothing.
Listen, I'm not the one arresting
American.
you.
I pay
Okay.
my taxes. Get the off my arms.
So we're not gonna have a conversation?
No,
Okay.
you gonna put these off my arms, or you be fighting for it. You got a president that don't give a about you, and you stuck in a police force that don't give a about you. So you want to arrest white people who give a who ask for cigarettes? I came up to you trying to be nice, you stupid.
Wow. Okay, so that is actually the body cam footage that was released today, and he was speaking or addressing a black cop.
Yeah.
Right.
What he was trying to say, inartfully to say the least, is that in his mind he helps black people. And he's like, you have a president who doesn't care about black people. You have a police force that doesn't care about you because you're black. But apparently Shia is the one guy who cares about black people. It would have helped that cop if that cop hadn't just arrested him. But instead, by the way, he was threatening to get him fired because he's rich and powerful.
No, and it actually went further than that. So dash cam footage showed him literally threatening these cops. And first of all, I wanna give the cops credit for the way that they handled it, because they didn't let it get under their skin. They stayed completely calm throughout the entire situation. And this is the way good cops, react to situations like this. So enough with me talking, let's take a look at the dash cam footage.
You're a fucking bitch to the end of your days, and you live that legacy. That's what you signed up for, bitch made whore. If I have my gun, I'll blow your shit up. You're a bitch though. So you got your shit, you do nothing. Except what, homie? Whore. Fucking bitch. Coward. Fuck you and your legacy. You got a kid? Hoso. Hoso so he can know what the fuck no-so is going. You're a bitch. For leaks. Not for years. A bitch for leaks. You're a pirate bitch. Bitch. And you put your own kind in the fucking pen for nothing. You put a white man in the pen for what, you fucking bitch? For asking for a black man for a cigarette? That's your country? I pay my taxes, you dumb bitch. You about to meet my lawyer.
Okay,
Yeah.
So believe it or not, he added one thing that made it even worse. He said, I've got more millionaire lawyers than you know what to do with, you stupid bitch.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
So the amount of restraint that you see from the cops is awesome. And look, I wanna be fair because I don't know these particular cops. I don't know how they've handled other situations in the past, but I do know that just yesterday we did a story about a police officer in Georgia beating a homeless woman while she laid on the floor with his baton, right? Luckily, she didn't die as a result of that. But it was just interesting to see these videos and juxtapose these videos to all of the other police stories that we've done in the past. And look, I'm not saying that because I wish that they would have done something violent to him. I'm saying it because these are great cops. This is how you're supposed to handle a situation. And regardless of someone's socioeconomic status or racial background or any of that stuff, this is how, and it's a difficult job because I couldn't do it, right? If someone's talking to me like that, you think I'm gonna sit there and be calm? Hell no, I'm not gonna be calm, which is why I'm not a cop.
I actually think you're giving the cops in this case a little bit too much credit. So let me get to that in a second. But I hear what you're saying, and of course, everything's always slightly different. So there's no two cases that are perfectly analogous. But so if a poor person, instead of a rich celebrity like him, had said, "I'm going to shoot your head off," or whatever he said,
you threaten the cop's life. Yeah.
Oh man, that is not going to go over well. Okay. Now, on the other hand, he's already in the back of the car at that point. He's already handcuffed, so you would have to pull over, pull him out, and then kick his ass. So that happens less frequently. It's not like it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, we've done stories of powerless individuals handcuffed in the back of a police car, and then, oh, it turns out that they got shot. They must have shot themselves, right? We've done those stories. So
I hear you. So. And it does happen from time to time. Usually it happens in the heat of arresting him, right? Where some cops go way overboard. In this case, they didn't beat him, they didn't do anything so good, and you shouldn't beat poor people or middle class people either. But I actually think that as much of a jerk as he was, and it's really hard to get worse than "I've got more millionaire lawyers than you know what to do with." You know, when you're.
What does that even mean, by the way?
That means I'm above the law and I'm going to get away with this, okay? And rubbing your face in it, and all that racial stuff. So weird. I guess he thinks he's a liberal or something.
I don't know. It just looks terrible, and I'm not in his camp at all. Like that was so embarrassing.
So, but, why did they arrest him in the first place? The official reason is he became disorderly, using profanities and vulgar language in front of the women and children present. It's kind of a weak reason to arrest him.
Cenk, he was obviously belligerent. He asked them for a cigarette, and when they said no, he lost it, right?
No, but he's cursing at them, and you're allowed to curse at cops. I know it's not advisable.
You're not allowed to be intoxicated in a public setting, right?
I know, but that's usually reserved for, I found you to be a pain in the ass, so I'm going to use public intoxication. When people are drunk all over the place, they pick you out because you cursed at them. Now, I'm telling you, it's a super bad idea to curse at cops and to go up to them and then basically to pick a verbal fight. But even so, you should let it go. It's not illegal to curse at cops. And
I don't know. We don't know all the facts of what he did prior to the arrest, right?
But I'm just using there because what I read was a quote from the cops.
Right.
Disorderly, that's usually, you were annoying me. Profanities and vulgar language, so what? In front of women and children, is that a specific law in that jurisdiction? I'd be surprised, right? In other words, you disrespected a police officer. Good news is we didn't kick the living crap out of you or kill you. The bad news is that's still, I mean, you're stretching to find a reason to arrest him.
He has,
as much of a dick as he is.
He has a history with cops. He has a history of doing things.
Do they even know that though, those particular cops?
I don't know if they know that, right? But the reason why I'm bringing up that history is because he's acted this way in the past, right? Which makes me think that, the way he was treating them prior to the videos being filmed and prior to what we have, might have justified them wanting to arrest him, right? So, and by the way, he's a semi-powerful person who's got money and fame, and they decided to arrest him, right? Anyone else in that situation would have definitely gotten arrested. So it's interesting that, hey, in this case, the cops weren't, they weren't.
And they at least did the same kind, in my opinion, false arrest that they would do for a middle class person.
We don't know if it was a false arrest. We don't have all the facts about that.
Yeah, no, and I'm stretching too much. And look, I know what you're saying. In the past, he's threatened to stab his neighbors.
Yeah, attempting to stab a neighbor, refusing to leave Walgreens, and misconduct during a cabaret performance.
But a lot of that is, again, just drunkenness, right?
So it's totally okay.
It's not okay, and he's obviously has some issues that he's got to sort out and get some therapy on or whatever, get sober. And way worse could have happened to him, but still, being a dick is not technically illegal. If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.